Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Blonde Cafe podcast. I'm your host, Brooke Villanueva, and I'm your 28-year-old millennial gal just out here living my best life, and I'm here to help give you the tips, tricks, and tools to live your best life. And if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to the freaking party. I am bringing you your daily, weekly, and monthly dose of inspiration to really get out of your own damn way and go after those dreams that you have. And whether that's career, whether that's finance, whether that's relationships, that could be anything like passion project, that could be volunteering for all I care. That's literally, the destiny is up to you, but I'm just here to help give you that little umph, just like we're best friends talking and chatting and sharing with you what I'm learning along the way to help live my best life. I'm not an expert in any of these fields by any means, but I am learning some things. I love listening to books. I love listening to podcasts. I love learning from my friends and my peers and my family, and you'll hear them from time to time on this podcast as well. But if you're new and you found this, chances are you're here for a reason. You have something in the back of your head that you just really, really want to go after, or maybe you're in that like weird slump and you're just not feeling excited about anything. Trust me, I've been there. That was me from like 2020 to like 2021 and a half, basically. And I'm not talking age, I'm talking like years. But that was me. And so if you're here and you're just like feeling like every day is the same old, and you're just looking for something to pick you up, I'm here for you. I got you. Don't you worry. We have, like I said, we have multiple different topics. So one day we might be talking about relationships. One day we might be talking about finance. One day we might be talking about career, passion. Like it's literally just having a conversation with you and sharing with you my ideas. And really, I want to get feedback from you too. So if you have ideas or if this has helped you in any sort of way possible, feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to message me on Instagram, the Blonde Cafe Podcast, message me on TikTok, whatever you want to do to get that word out that this has helped you. Or if you have an idea for an upcoming episode, I'm totally here for it too. So, and honestly, this all comes from the purity in my personal heart of believing that we are meant to do great things in this world. And, that doesn't mean that you have to be an entrepreneur. That doesn't mean that you have to start a family and have 6 kids. That doesn't mean that you have to girl boss or guy boss to the top and, climb that corporate ladder. That's whatever you make it. Maybe you just really want to freaking cook more at home and try new recipes because you love cooking, but you're scared to try new things. Maybe you're tired of feeling groggy every time when you wake up in the morning. And so you're like, I just need something to get me motivated and something that's different. And, somebody to tell me that it's okay to feel this way and it's okay to get yourself out of it. And that's what I'm here to do. And today we're talking about your morning routine. And a lot of these, I've seen and I've heard and I've listened to a lot of self-help experts or a lot of, inspirational people. And they say, get up at 5 a.m., do this. Get up at 8 a.m., do this. Go to the gym, go do this. And I'm telling you that might not work for you. And that's okay. You don't have to be this person that gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning and goes to the gym and runs 6 miles and, comes home, takes a shower, does their hair and makeup, and then jumps right into their 9 to 5 and then comes home and crushes it again every day, makes a bomb-ass dinner. Like that quite literally could not be you, and that might never be you, honestly. And that's okay, but make something work for you. Take what they're saying with a grain of salt. Take those general principles of doing what makes you feel good in the morning and run with it. Maybe you're not a morning workout person. That's all right. Maybe that's just simply like walking around your block. Or if you live out in the country, like I did growing up, I quite literally did not have a block to walk around. We lived across from a cornfield and an airport. Like you can't really go walking there. But I remember like in high school days or like before I got my license particularly, and like I wanted to get some exercise, I would literally like walk or jog around our yard. And I did that. I did that in circles, and I would like walk and jog around the yard. And I had like my iPod at the time, like my little iPod Shuffle, my iPod Nano, and I'd go running around the yard. Like, you can do it. Or you can go to a park, you know, you can drive to a park somewhere. You can walk around the grocery store. You can walk around the mall. Like, if that's your jam and you feel the need to move your body in the morning, do it. And I personally highly recommend it because I think it gets your blood flowing. I think it gets your juices flowing. It gets you a little bit awake for the day. A lot of people say to do it outside. If you want to do it outside, do it. If you don't want to do it outside, that's all right. Walk around your house even. And you could even literally combine like 3 different things in one. And this is honestly habit stacking. If you haven't heard of Atomic Habits I believe it's by James Clear. It's adding on tiny daily habits to things that you already do. So say your house is a mess and you want to clean up and you also want to walk in the morning, but there's no freaking way that you have time to do it, and you also have to get to work by 8:55 in the morning. Say that's you, okay? You can literally combine those things, clean up your house, and walk around your house while you're doing it. You literally can like purposely make extra trips, and I'm not saying that this is the most efficient way to do it, but if you're trying to combine these 2 things, I'd say it's pretty damn near efficient. But you can literally like say, you know, you need to put random things away. Like your living room's a mess. There's a shirt over here. There's I don't know, a baseball glove over here. There's whatever, like dishes. There's all kinds of stuff all over the place that go in various rooms of your house. Make separate trips. So take, you know, that baseball glove, take it out to the garage. Take that instead of just like putting in a basket somewhere. Take, you know, that shirt and hang it up in your closet, or put it back in the laundry, or take those dishes, take one at a time. So you're getting those extra steps to and from, you know, maybe go searching around your house for any other dishes. I know my husband and I, we both love to have a glass of water on each one of our nightstands at the end of the night. And I like to take mine off the nightstand. He does not. And so literally like whenever we go to do the dishes, we have to go kind of like trailing around the house and figure out like, okay, is there a glass of water on the nightstand? Did I leave a coffee cup in my office? Because I often do that. Is there a random, you know, like bag of whatever chips that we left out somewhere? You kind of go like on a little like Where's Waldo seek and find situation. But you can combine those 2 things and you get your walk in the morning and you clean up your house so it's not a mess when you get home. Say that's your morning routine. Or say, you know, sometimes you're not even motivated to take a shower. I get it. Like you wake up and you're freaking exhausted, but you're like, okay, I need to take a shower to go into work, you know, want to be presentable and stuff. And so say you motivate yourself enough to take a shower. Okay, that's step number 1. And then now you're like, okay, now I need to have breakfast, but I'm 5 minutes behind. What the heck do I do? That's where your pre-planning comes into play. And say you have an apple on the counter. Apple on the counter is better than nothing. You don't have to stress yourself out cooking eggs and cooking toast and making a whole meal. Like you can literally make it work for you. You took a little extra time in the shower. All right, you can't really time yourself when you're in there unless you literally set a timer. Or, you know, maybe your hair wasn't cooperating this morning, so you had to take a little extra time to do that. Or you dropped toothpaste on your shirt, so you had to go find another shirt. Stuff happens in the morning. Shit happens. Like, you're not going to have a perfect morning every morning, but that's when you pivot. That's when you say, okay, I'm not going to cook my eggs this morning. I'm going to grab an apple and maybe a granola bar or whatever you have on the counter. It can literally be like a beef jerky stick. I know like we have those laying around all the time just for those instances when it's like either you're hangry and you need a little pick-me-up, or you're running out the door and you don't have time to make a lunch or make a breakfast or whatever. You grab it to tide you over for a second. That's when you make it work for you. Same thing, like maybe your goal is to get in an actual workout in the morning. 20 minutes is better than no minutes. And maybe it takes you 20 minutes to drive to the gym. Okay, that's when you say, do I plan out, say, it takes you 20 minutes to get there and 20 minutes to get back, and then you have a 20-minute workout. Do you have an hour to spend? If you do, great. You piece that together and you do it together. Or if you don't have an hour to spend and you can't go to the gym, say, okay, do I want to, pivot and make this a like a work around the house type of situation. Maybe you do like a YouTube workout at home and you do a couple quick sit-ups, and maybe you have a $10 pair of dumbbells. I got them at Five Below, guys. Best investment I've ever freaking made. Pretty sure it was like $5 per dumbbell. Literally the best. I'm not kidding you. And you can get them at Walmart. You can get them at Target, whatever. I just happened to find a great deal at Five Below. So check them out. But say you're like, okay, I can squeeze in a 30-minute workout at home if I don't spend that time, driving to the gym, driving back, whatever, getting myself ready for the day. Okay. You roll with it, and you don't let the fear of not being able to do it fully stop you. And I think that's a lot of people's issue is they say, oh, well, I can't go for an hour, so I'm just not going to go at all. That's BS. That's you tricking yourself and saying, it's not worth it. Or my appointment that I made to myself isn't worth it. My promise that I made to myself isn't worth it. And you're turning yourself into that person that doesn't follow through on their commitments. And you might follow through on commitments for every single person in your life. You might go above and beyond to follow through on a phone call with a friend. You might go above and beyond to follow through with, showing up for a birthday party. You might go above and beyond for something. But if you don't go above and beyond for yourself, or if you don't give yourself like the littlest inkling of following through, your brain isn't going to believe it. Your brain isn't going to believe that you are showing up for yourself in that way. And here's the trick, here's the hack, is that if you decide that you are that person that gets up and does it anyway, even if it's 20 minutes, even if it's a home workout instead of a gym workout, even if it's something that maybe, you didn't plan on and you just go on a walk instead, that's all right. That still shows yourself that you are the person that keeps that commitment to yourself, for number one, and that keeps that commitment to nourish your body and be healthy for your body inside and out. And I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a health guru by any sort of means, but I do believe that it is very impactful to take care of yourself. You got to nourish yourself from the inside out. And if you haven't heard my self-care episode, that's the previous one before I recorded this. You've got to nourish yourself from the inside out. It starts with what you put in your body. So it starts with, even if you want to have a donut for breakfast, maybe you pair that with an egg, or maybe you pair that with some, lightly air fried potatoes. Maybe you pair it with, some fruit. You can pair it with so many different things and not just be like, oh, I'm still hungry an hour later, so I'm going to eat another donut. You can still have what you want, but then pair it with something that's really going to make you feel good and that isn't going to go up and down, crashing your blood sugar and making you feel really crummy throughout the day. And that also includes drinking enough water. So in the morning, your body is susceptible to everything, mentally and physically. Your body is susceptible to whatever you put in your brain. So when you look on your phone, is it the news? Is it, inspirational podcast? Is it a funny TikTok video? Is it whatever pops up on your screen, a text from your boss, a text from your mom, a text from your grandma? What are you feeding your brain in the morning? And what are you feeding your body in the morning? Are you going just straight in with a cup of coffee ready to go? Or are you saying, no, I'm going to drink a glass of water first, and then I'm going to drink my coffee, and then I'm going to have my breakfast, or I'm going to have my breakfast with my coffee? You gotta do what works for you, but put your best interests forward. And like I said, if you're listening to this podcast, chances are you want something to change and you want something to be a little bit better than what it is now. And I'm not saying don't be content with your life. I am very, very happy and content with my life. I love my husband, love my friends, love my family, love my dogs. You saw them here if you're watching on YouTube. But there's still something to say that I want to take care of my body. I want to learn the latest and greatest and the newest and feel my best every single day so I can give my best to everybody else. And I can give my best to myself. Life is meant to be fun. Life isn't meant to be hard. And I get it that everybody goes through hardships. Everybody has their trials and tribulations. I've had them myself. It's not easy. Life isn't for the weak. Life throws you curveballs every day, every single week, every day, every month, every year. There are things that you quite literally cannot predict. The way that you treat yourself and the way that you start your day every single day is what you can put forward and what you can change and the part that you can control. You can't control outside circumstances. So you might as well keep yourself motivated in the morning, and you might not feel like it. Motivation is total BS. I've said that before. Like, you will have days, you will have moments, you will have seconds of inspiration, and then it's gone. It's fleeting. You're not going to feel like doing it. Just like you see all those memes and those videos saying like, oh, like that was past me that felt like making plans, and then now I don't feel like doing those plans. Like, there are times like that, and there are times that you're like, man, like, I agreed to do this many things and I'm really not feeling it. But you still, 9 times out of 10, you probably still show up for whatever you said you were going to do, even if it's not in the moment you said you were going to do it. So why aren't you doing that for yourself? And like I said, you don't have to follow all of these crazy advice. Like, I don't even know that trending video. I literally couldn't tell you who it is. But that trending video where the guy like puts his face in the ice, and then he, gets up and he does this and this and this, and it's like at 5 o'clock in the morning. If that's your 8 o'clock in the morning, that's all right. If that's your 6 o'clock in the morning and you walk around your house with your coffee and your robe on, but you still get your walk in, that's all right too. You are just as good as that person. And you're proving to yourself that you do care about yourself. Just like every decision you make, you're proving to yourself that you care about yourself. You care about showing up for your friends, for your family, for your coworkers, for your boss. If it's not for you, do it for somebody else, and eventually you will believe it. You will tell yourself that you are worth it. You just got to keep doing it, even when you don't feel like it, and you've got to make it work for you. That you can pivot. You don't have to squeeze in everything out in the morning, and you don't have to journal, you don't have to meditate. But if that's what you like and that's what makes you feel good, do it. Journal, meditate, and don't try to do all these things all at once, because chances are you might keep it up for a week, you might keep it up for a month, but there's going to be a wrench thrown in there somewhere where you accidentally wake up late, you get called into work early, you have a random thing in the morning because your dog's getting sick or whatever. There's going to be a time that happens and everything goes to the wayside. And that's where when you implement these things so it's slow and steady, you know how to get back on the wheel. You know it's not so hard to get back on the wagon because the wagon's not going 75 miles an hour. You're slowly building up that momentum, and you're slowly building up that routine to make it happy and make it work the way that you want it to. And it doesn't have to look like anybody else's. If you take none of this advice, just take the fact that you got to take care of yourself before you take care of others. That's the golden rule. Everybody says it, and it's true. They say it for a reason. You got to take care of yourself before you take care of others. Start with a shower. Start with brushing your teeth. Start with a walk around the block, a walk around your house, doing the dishes. If the dishes are driving you crazy and you've got an extra 20 minutes in the morning, do it for you. And do it for your family and your friends and whoever. Do it for your cat. Do it for your mouse. Do it for your house. Now we're Dr. Seuss. We're rhyming. I don't know. But as you guys can see, I'm feeling a little goofy today. Feeling a little fired up. But I'm so glad that you're here. And I'm so glad that you joined us. And I hope that you took some inspiration. This one is a little more conversational. The last ones were very, very tactical. So tell me what you like. Tell me if you like the hard-hitting tactical or if you like the more conversation mode, because I like to go back and forth and I like to switch it up a little bit. I like to mix a little like inspo and like positivity with like the actual tips to get you moving and get you doing things, because to me, that's honestly what works best for me. You got to believe it in your head, but if you're not one of those people that believes it in your head, then you're like, okay, I just need these 3 things to do in the morning. That's my husband. He is not like a woo-woo, like I'm going to believe it when I see it type of guy. Meanwhile, I very much am. He is more of like a tactical, I'm going to do these 3 things and that is what is going to happen. And so if that's you too, then those are those 3 things. Here's your 3 things. Ready? Sorry, guys. I'm finishing my coffee here, as you can see. All right. Your 3 things to do in the morning. to make your morning routine work for you. Number 1, decide what you need when you wake up. Decide, is that a glass of water? Do you need a glass of water? Do you need to take an everything shower, wash your hair, wash your pits, wash your butt, like shave everything? Like, do you need to do that for yourself? Do you need to get in some sort of movement? So that could be lifting. If you've got 20 minutes, go do it. If you've got 2 dumbbells at your house, look up a YouTube video. It doesn't have to cost money. Or, a lot of local gyms too, like they provide videos. Okay? That's your number 2. Do some sort of movement, even if it's combined with walking around the house. Take those extra steps to walk around the house, to put that dish away, that extra little space away, to get those extra steps in, even if you can't do it before the workday. Number 3, decide what you're putting into your brain and your body. So, are you listening to the news? Are you listening to a funny video or a funny podcast or inspirational podcast? Are you feeding yourself a good breakfast, a nutritious breakfast that makes you feel good and doesn't make you feel crummy and like sluggish throughout the day? Or if you really want to indulge, are you pairing that with something that can carry you throughout the day and that really does fuel your body with like all the good nutrients that it needs? You can pair half a donut with an egg. You can pair a whole donut with an egg and some toast. You can, if you don't like eggs, you can pair it with some chicken for breakfast. Literally, it doesn't have to be breakfast food. You can pair it with an apple. Decide what you're feeding yourself inside and out. And those are my tips. That's the gist of it. Those are the only 3 things that you need to worry about in your morning, is what you're putting in your body, what you're putting in your mind, what you're doing as far as movement, and what you're doing as far as self-care. Is it taking a shower? Is it doing your hair? Is it doing your makeup? Get yourself set up for the day. And maybe you're not like a super hair and makeup person. Maybe you're not a vanity metric type person and you're like, I just put on my blue jeans and I go on throughout the day. Okay, wash your face, wash your butt, take care of yourself in that way too. And you can do it. It doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to look like anybody else's. Show up for your damn self, because you are your main priority and you can't pour into others from an empty cup. I hope you guys are having a great day and happy Wednesday. If you haven't seen our merch, if you're watching on YouTube, obviously I'm using this new mug. Beautiful. And I am wearing one of our newest shirts. So it's got 3 palm trees and it says the Blonde Cafe Podcast in small text underneath. And it's this one's the crop top, but we do have full length shirts. We also have tank tops. We also have crew necks. And we have hats too. Everything is handcrafted by me. I picked out the patterns. I crafted them by hand. I messed with them on Canva. I updated them. I made sure that the quality is there. I ordered product samples. No pressure, guys. I put a lot of work into this. But if you want to check out our merch, visit our link. The link is in my bio on Instagram. The link is in my bio on YouTube. It's in the TikTok comments. You can find it everywhere. It's going to be in the bio for all the podcast platforms. So I can't wait to have you guys on my community. Like, we are building something amazing here. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not anything special. I am your typical middle class, 28-year-old young woman that's simply just trying to navigate life. And I'm trying to share with you, like we're besties, all the tips that I know and all the tips that I'm learning. And I hope you're enjoying it. So I will talk to you guys soon and have a great day. Bye, guys. Oh, and cheers with our new Blonde Cafe mugs. Yeah.